Hi, everyone. This is Salah Hakuya. How are you doing? What's up? Oh, that is just so wonderful. I'm trying to figure out now. Wendy do. How are y'all doing? Right? What's up? She don't say what's up. She say, how are y'all doing? Because I am getting ready to be the new San Francisco major talk show hostess personality of San Francisco at the new old Yoshi's Heritage Center that has now been taken over by the brothers from Fillmore, a group of collective brothers activists have taken over the and now running the old Yoshi's. And they are doing phenomenal things. I'm just truly thankful, to see these young men trying to make something happen. And one of the major promoters is hard hitter Kareem Mayfield. So I am a true advocate of promoting my community. So I just wanted to get that out there. Today's show is going to be the aftermath of the election, uh, District 10 2018. So I want everyone to look forward to me expressing myself concerning the aftermath of the 201 election. And
Hi.
I am bringing today, as one of my guests, this is Camila Ayadela, my 7-year old granddaughter. What do you want to say to the audience?
Hi. Shalom.
Shalom in Hebrew means what?
Shalom.
Peace.
Peace.
Say shalom.
Shalom.
She said shalom. Now, be still. This is her first time filming everyone. And sit up straight. So we are teaching her. It's all sit up. And she has her earpiece on. So this is about the new generation.
too.
And I have mine too. So you listen. This is listening time so you can kind of get a feel. Well, myself have been doing this work for almost 30 years. Community activist and doing community television and also theater, and Harriet Tubman going into the majority of the San Francisco schools, and now running for the Board of Supervisors. And I felt I did a wonderful job. I didn't win, everyone. People say, I didn't know if you was going to win. Holiday said, girl, doggone well you wasn't going to win. Political office. You are not a political activist. They say, we need you out on the battlefield. I had got such an attitude about that. I'm like, what do you mean you need me on the battlefield? I've been doing this work in kind service. I deserve to apply for a position, as they say. And but it was really fun. I did not have a vision of me uh, sitting in that seat. Honestly, because I do realize that you have to be politically correct, and all those who know me sit up knowing I'm just simply not politically correct. But I am trying to calm down, because I do realize that I don't want to be known as drama, because I'm really not a dramatic person. I'm not. Anyone who really knows me, I'm a very sweet and kind hearted. And they say, yeah, right. Really, I am. Sit up, baby. So be still, because this is being live. So, but anyway, as I have been walking in my journey, I have been letting Facebook friends and family know that I said I was going to try to really work on not expressing myself so erratically, because that was in my spiritual growth and my spiritual journey. And because I had mentioned that I felt that I was not being heard if I wasn't really, yeah. So, but, as you get older in life, you don't want to continue to give out that type of energy, because it's definitely consuming. And so it is not going to be a lot of drama on my show. This is the Yalani Chinyamarende show in memory of my son, Yalani Chinyamarende, who was murdered, quadruple homicide, January the 9th. 4 boys sitting in the car, and of course, he's mainly known for trying to cash his check. working at Benihana's Japanese restaurant. So this is an extension of me going forward in memory of my son, which has me to be very, very committed to this show. So today I want to express on the aftermath of me running for the Board of Supervisors and a little of my thoughts. Those also who want to meet me live, hey, who want to see Salah Hakuya in person, I am going to be, this is my flyer, and it's Tuesday, December the 11th, 2018, at the Bayview Linda Brooks Burton Library, which is 5075 3rd Street, and we will be having refreshments at 5 from 5 to 5:30, and also networking, and then from 5:30 to 7:30 we will be having the discussion. And the name of this seminar discussion is called The Great Controversy. And there's a controversy, and a great controversy concerning the red, white, and blue flag. We're having some serious discussions concerning should we take the knee or should we not take the knee concerning the national anthem. And from there, we have here the cultural African flag, which is the red, the black, the yellow, and the green. So this is going to be the discussion, your take concerning the national anthem, about how do you feel concerning the red, white, and blue flag and your contribution in America, and also being commonly called from the African continent, how these two come together. It's called The Great Controversy. So I'm looking so forward for you coming, and this is going to be the aftermath of my determination of what I saw concerning me running for a political office. I was talking to a sister there who ran also in the past, and she shared with me, I said, girl, I ran for the Board of Supervisors, and she said, yeah, I know. She said, don't you realize, she said, because she had ran before, she said, don't you know that stuff is a scam? And I was like, I said, I thought I was, just saying it, because I do know myself. It says to be true to thyself, know thyself, and be true to thyself. And I don't have any anger at all, because I ran the race lawfully. I ran it all the way from beginning to the end. And I did pretty well. I received over 3,100 and something odd votes. And over 3,000. Yes, I did. And that really wasn't a lot, but over 3,000 and not having any media coverage. None of the African American women received any media coverage, mind you. I had mentioned that. And I did not have soldiers out on the battlefield as far as passing out the flyers, etc. I had a team in it doing the minor paperwork and etc. But I didn't have majorly anyone calling for me. I did not have anyone really passing out flyers for me. So I literally got out there about, I was out there 12 and 12:30 and 1 o'clock at night. And I'm so thankful that I did it, because I would not have received almost over 3,000 votes. So I just would have been totally embarrassed, because I was still the last one to even receive the last one as far as the votes. And I don't have any problem with that, because I had fun. Like I said, I had no media coverage. I didn't focus on raising any capital at large amounts, and just my basics. And so I had such a wonderful time doing it. But it would have been embarrassing if I would have just had, if I didn't do any of the work myself. Sit up, baby. It would have been embarrassing, So I did receive over 3,000. And on December the 11th, I'm going to be talking about the various numbers and what everyone received from beginning to end, because it doesn't take for me, an election doesn't define who you are. It's not about you lost. I didn't lose, I won. I felt that because I ran all the way to the end, knowing what I did learn whole concerning the way that politics was set up and how it was addressed, that it was a scam. I definitely see that the chosen persons was definitely appointed. I realize that, and what's going to be brought out at the seminar is that there are those who are appointed, and then there are those who earn it. and that's from the streets, not my take. But and so that gave me some clarity concerning these political positions. There are those who earn it, and there are those who appoint it. So, grandbaby, this is what I want to share. When I say earn something, that means, so you would know that there is people
something.
earn something. It means that actually doing the work. A person get down and do the nitty gritty and do the work. They earned it over time. They, without excuse, they earned it.
Like if you want a toy, you just need to earn it by doing a challenge.
It's a challenge, worthy, a challenge, or working for it. Working for it and not having someone pay for it. Having someone pay for it, like for example, your mama, she buy you a toy, and she bought you the toy, but did you earn that toy? If you would have did something like, what does earn? What are you picking up? Earn. What does that mean? What would you have to do to get that toy? Would you just let your mama pay for it, or would you do something to earn? What is earn to you? What is earn?
Earn to me is that I need to do my chores so I could earn my own toy.
Yes, give yourself a hand. Talk up, sit up. She said do her chores so she can earn her own toy. The reason, we don't have much time, but the reason that I have my granddaughter here is because she's 7 years old, just turned, is because I've been doing this work, family and friends, for such a long time. And I've gotten to the point that I feel very, very empowered. I'm almost 60 years old, and I feel very empowered. I feel like I've reached a pinnacle where I know myself and I'm comfortable with myself. It's not about the exterior, about you having $1 million in the bank, or you driving your Mercedes Benz or your BMWs, and you would just have all the wealth that you need, and as far as monetary, and you have your beautiful companion, your husband, your wife, and you're married, you're sitting in your $1 million home, your children, all their college, everything just paid for. I mean, you are now just set. You don't have, that's not, for me, how I felt empowered or feel empowered. That's not based on that. I am empowered because I have been raised of Hebrew culture, and I have an understanding of culture and the pattern and the thought pattern of kindness, the thought pattern of morals, of values, and of integrity. I owe my soul no one to the company store. I do not have a bad reputation of swindling anyone over 30 years in this inner community. I have never hurt anyone to the point that brought them down according to spreading gossip on their name. I have not done anyone wrong. What I have done, and as far as the reputation that I'm known for 38 years, is she say what she means. She mean what she says. She's very passionate about her community, about her people. This is the prime of my life, and also that I had a son that was murdered on these streets. But besides that, people feel that I'm a little bit challenging, but that's okay. And I'm very thankful. I'm very loyal to this struggle, to this fight. And I'm very thankful to get here at this age, to have 2 beautiful grandchildren, a single mother raising 2, never left the community from Fillmore, but now in Bayview. I never left the community to say, sayonara, bye-bye, I'm not feeling you. Because there have been many things that have happened that you want to say, look, my people not there, they're not responding, it's a waste of time. I have never turned my back on the people. Never have I turned my back on the struggle, turned my back on the people. And because now I am self-contained, and whatever come my way, I try to handle it and being of self-control, very important. Being self-controlled is a great thing. Being able to endure during these times. And so with that, because I have learned, and of course we always are still growing, I feel now it's time for me to extend a helping hand to the younger generation. And it says that charity starts at home and then it spreads abroad. So I just wanted to bring my granddaughter on for the first time so she can kind of get a feel. She's going to be coming twice a month and we're going to be working on things and growing together because my son would have wanted that for his niece. But what I want to talk about briefly is that I want to give you my take concerning George Bush, former President George Bush Sr. I observed the whole ceremony, his homegoing, and it was a excellent job. You know, former President Bush Jr. did a wonderful job for the homegoing of his father. And I want to say I did not know much about former President George Bush Sr. I didn't know much about his politics. Neither am I a political person, so everyone just get that understood. I'm not a political person. I mean, Dr. Espinola Jackson say politics is like water, Sala, and you're going to have to learn it. It's like water. And I just really could not really comprehend that, what she was saying. But as I'm growing and now I'm involved and now we are venturing out and working together collectively, I do see that the majority of when you're dealing with San Francisco in any type of business arena, it is definitely politics connected to it. So what I have learned is that you don't actually have to be in the chambers itself at City Hall to be a part. But you, if this is what you do, such as the community work that I do, you are still connected to it. So even though it frustrates you a lot, wake up, baby. It frustrates you a lot. Come close to grandma, sit up. Unless you want to go over there and then, and because you can't be falling asleep on the television. You want to go over there and okay, wait a minute. Let's take this off. All right. Say thank you, everyone. Say next time. This is her first time. Go over there, sweetie. Go over there and sit by your coat. So, anyway, you do have to have a certain temperament that I had to learn. I do have the ability to work with people, even though it's challenging. And in politics, it doesn't happen for you quickly. That's the thing. Our people's like, I want it right now. Hurry up. That political thing, that's too slow. And I can understand that. And it's very, very challenging to be able to go and deal with it because we want it to happen now and it's such a long procedure. But someone has to do it. And I am thankful that I am able to do it. I have what it takes to do it. And so going in and working with the young men at Old Yoshi's and now coming out as the major attraction of the Sala Hakuya, which is SH/the She Show, She Productions, which is it's a femininity, dealing with femininity, mother issues, femininity issues, women issues. It's called She Productions. Sala, SH, Hakuya, and then /E is the She Show, because I decided that I would like my work to be to empower women. I am truly empowered. And I would like to teach young girls, like you saw my granddaughter, young girls and young women, I want them to be empowered. So She Productions is going to be focusing on women issue, young girls issues, femininity issues, empowerment. Because I found it was very insulting to see that it was commonly called 3 African American women running for the Board of Supervisor in District 10, and not one of us received any media at the beginning, any media coverage. All of the pictures from the Chronicle and from San Francisco Weekly was just the men. And I was like, what is really going on here? And it's not about being, I'm a feminist, because, honey, I love my men. Don't get me wrong. Honey, that's who I am. But I am at a position where I realize that I see the discrimination against women and the injustice against women when we are the nurturers, the women carry the load, the women carry this country. I mean, I saw former President Jr., it showed, if you saw him, his wife had to hold him up. Let's be real. Let's speak the truth. His wife had to hold him up because he loved his father, and that doesn't take for him because he was a strong man. But he was hurting, and it was his wife that was holding him up. And I also want you to understand something. When former President Bush Sr. passed, the first lady, Barbara Bush, she passed in April. Mind you, how many months after First Lady Barbara Bush passed? He passed. Okay? So let's have a dialogue. When y'all come to my show, we're going to have a dialogue about it, honey. Let it do what it do. What does James Brown say? Honey, this world, honey, is a man's world, but it ain't nothing without a woman or a girl. Come on now. Let's do what it do. Let's speak the truth. And so just start looking forward, everyone, to me coming out. Hey, Wendy, if you can do it, Oprah, so can I. San Francisco personality, Salah Haquia. They call me the real live mermaid. And baby cakes, you missed it. We were supposed to talk about the Real Live Mermaid Club that I have for children, right? But you was falling asleep. You want to talk just briefly about the Real Live Mermaid Club and what you learned? Come over here because I got to finish. We almost out. Come on. You want to talk about, sit up here. You want to talk about the Real Live Mermaid Club. I have a club for little girls. I think they're about 5 years to 8 or, yeah. Tell them about this club, the Real Life Mermaid Club that I created for y'all little babies. They love it. I take them to grand hotels like the Resident Marriott, and I rent the rooms. And what do you do?
So what I do for the Real Life Mermaid Club is do mermaid tales, and I come to my friends to do swimming lessons.
Yes, and what else do we do? Arts and
crafts. We
crafts.
also do arts and crafts.
Yes, we do.
And we also do our own little playhouse.
Oh, see, I take them to the Resident Marriott, and I rent rooms for them.
And we also, what we do, we also go to the Golden Gate Bridge and the beach and stuff.
Okay, well, say that thought. So everyone, this is my charity, my Real Life Mermaid Club, and I am taking donations. I officially have my nonprofit status. So all those that want to donate to my girls club, my She Production television program, Mothers Just Saving Our Children and Mothers Fight Back. We work together dealing with mothers who are suffering, from having their children taken, all of just the community work. If you want to finally give back to me of all the work I have contributed, definitely, please do. Now, I told you this Tuesday on the 11th. If you're interested in me, I am in the house at the Linda Burton Bayview Library on Tuesday, December the 11th from 5 to 7:30. The discussion, the great controversy concerning the red, white, and blue and the African flag, black, red, green, and yellow. Oh, and we're going to focus on getting that yellow strip in 3rd Street. The 200 polls that myself made happen. I'm going to be asking, please, everyone, call Malia Coins. She promised me a letter of acknowledging that I was the one contributed to the 200 polls, and I'm saying contributed. I give credit where credit is due. See, one thing about me, I'm not a politician because a lot of times these politicians have lost truly their values and their morals and their integrity. Because I want to say one thing I can say, no, come on, sit down. One thing I want to say, have a seat, baby. One thing sit up or I'm not going to be inviting you again. You got to be, this is serious. One thing that I will say is that former President Bush Sr. left a legacy of family first, left a legacy of honor, left a legacy of loyalty, left a legacy of integrity. I don't know what that man did politically. People have their thoughts, but I'm going to tell you something. I saw his family taken care of. They took care of his family. If you saw that, how they had it up. I mean, his family, he made sure if he didn't leave nothing else, he left his family together and well taken care of. We got to be very real with this. And what that showed me was I felt some kind of way because I still wanted to know, where are we at this time in America, as commonly called African Americans? Where are we in America? What was left was great. I mean, it was mourning day for him. All the San Francisco United States Post Office was closed. It was mourning day for former President Bush Sr. It was mourning day. And I felt some kind of way because it's about just having a great conversation, the great controversy, just have a great discussion. I felt that all of the mothers, commonly called African American mothers and Latinos, you're not left out, but I'm a black woman, honey, and I'm not ashamed. I'm a Hebrew woman. I'm going to just be who I am, and I'm living this life as a black woman. And I'm speaking as we, as commonly called African American women and mothers, we have been mourning in this country. We have been mourning, and no one has said a word effectively to shut some things down, not even a moment of prayer. Come on now, we're going to have a discussion. So, I know y'all are ready for some Salah Queer. I'm coming out, but look, I have to acknowledge Hard Hitter Kareem Radio is going to be putting on a show. It is this the 15th Saturday, 1300 Fillmore. Come check it out. To be doing this. This selling drugs on the street. People saying, I ain't about that rap thing. Look, we need to do this collectively. Let's help these guys get shit together. Come over. Let's start the show at 8:30 p.m. We're making it happen. Jamil, Omar Redeem. Come on now. Them black people over there hanging business, and it's time for us to step up and help them. I'm looking so forward to Tuesday, and I'm looking so forward to coming out and being your Salah Queer personality, your talk show hostess. And they say, well, why wasn't something similar done here in San Francisco? And I say to them, they was waiting on me. I love you. Love you all. Say shalom.
Shalom.
Say, it's wonderful meeting you today. And I'm looking forward to meeting you again. Thank you. And y'all have a wonderful evening. Shalom in Hebrew means peace. It pays to be kind.
Peace.
Shalom.
Peace.